You are listening to Long Beach State Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, streaming live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. Last night's rendition of the 15-mile rivalry at Blair Field was one for the history books, as the Dirtbags walked it off in the bottom of the ninth inning for the first time against their crosstown rivals this century. Caden Smacka's full count single with the bases loaded had the Long Beach State faithful on their feet well into the night and looking forward to a rubber match today to decide the series. It's a Sunday showdown in the 15-mile rivalry at Blair Field. I'm JayDe Beaudry alongside the four-time North Downey Little League champion Alex Prado, and what a game we have on hand today.
Yeah, JayDe, the Titan star player Paul Contreras is coming back today after dealing with a back issue that had him benched in Game 2. So he's hitting .380 this season and is leading his team with 38 hits and 23 walks. Another offensive force to mention is Nick Miller hitting .321 right behind Contreras.
Dirtbags have taken the field and will run you through the Titans batting order. Nick Miller, the left fielder, will lead off, followed by Paul Contreras making his return after only seeing a few at-bats on Friday night. Cameron Kim retains his spot in the third spot. Ty Thomas, the designated hitter, will bat fourth. Andrew Kirchner, the first baseman, will bat fifth. Nico Lombardi, the catcher, will bat sixth. And Kato O'Hara, Hunter Meyer, and Eli Lopez round out the lineup. Fullerton sit at 10-7, a mark best for fourth in the Big West, while the Dirtbags are 6-11, just one game off bottom side UC Riverside. Around the infield today, for second-year head coach TJ Bruce is Dylan Lena at third, Trotter Enright at shortstop, Jake Evans at second, Aaron Perez at first, and the outfield from left to right, Smith Chandler, Matt Toomey, and Justin Rolston, the battery, Jason Gerfers, and Connor Stewart.
And Justin Rolston is making his first start today in right field. Now, he hasn't had many appearances this season, but he is coming into a big spot replacing Matt Toomey over there in right. Rolston will be holding down the end of the lineup on the offensive end, and the Dirtbags are going to need all the help they can get.
Trevor Goldenitz remains out of the lineup after making his last appearance on Monday in the midweek matchup against Cal Baptist. Rolston making that start tonight in right field, where he also saw action on Friday night, replacing Caden Smacka late in Long Beach State's 10-0 loss to Cal State Fullerton. Blair Field has been a fortress for the Dirtbags over the past few years against their crosstown rivals. They have not dropped a series against Fullerton since 2019, and it will be up to the man on the mound today, the freshman right-hander Jason Gervers, to make sure that streak can continue.
Jason Gerfers is pitching with a 5.11 ERA this season. He's got 2 wins and 3 losses in 44 innings pitched. He's racked up 41 Ks, 25 earned runs, and 25 walks. And after last night's performance from Luke Howey threw 8 innings. He had 10 Ks and only 3 earned runs. That's going to be the pitching performance that the Dirtbags are going to need today as well to get past this Fullerton squad.
It has been TJ Bruce leaning heavily on the freshman this year. Last night, Luke Howe's 8-inning masterclass, no exception. Mason Timmick picking up the win, coming in relief in the 9th inning. Dirtbags today clad in all white is a classic uniform matchup on the diamond. Those pinstripe uniforms for the Dirtbags paired with black hats, and for Cal State Fullerton, pinstriped gray bottoms and some bright neon orange tops. Numbers in navy blue, outlined in white. And for Jason Gerfers, tonight's start on Sunday will hopefully go better than his last at CSUN. The Dirtbags lost 18-4 last weekend to drop the series against the Matadors. Gerfers' last performance, just 3 1/3 innings, one of his shortest of the season, giving up 7 hits and 8 earned runs. It was a rough weekend last weekend up in Northridge. Dirtbags hoping to get back to winning ways in a series they must have against their 15-mile rivals this weekend, as we are more than halfway through the Big West schedule, and Long Beach State are still looking up at a spot in the Big West Championships.
And the key for Gerfers today is just going to be longevity and consistency. Sometimes he struggles after the 4th or 5th inning. He's trying to get into the groove of things, but if he can get off to a good start today, the Dirtbags will be in a good spot for the rest of the evening.
First man he'll face is Nick Miller. It will be a right-on-right matchup. Gerfers coming into this game with a 5.1 ERA. Has pitched 2 complete games already this season. TJ Bruce will be hoping that his freshman can go the distance once again. First pitch into Miller. Slides into the zone for strike 1.
Miller at the plate now. He's hitting .321 in the season with 20 runs to his name. That's second on this Fullerton squad.
Gerfer out of the windup. The 0-1 flied out into right field. Rolston ranging to his left, and he's called off by Matt Toomey. Toomey covering a lot of ground to get over into right field and make sure that Justin Rolston doesn't have to make the first play of the ball game, making his first start tonight of the 2026 season.
He's going to have a lot more ground to cover as well over there in center with Justin over there on right. And like we mentioned before in the start of the broadcast, he hasn't had much appearances this season, but he's in a big spot here, and he's got to cover all that ground.
Second man in the order for Cal State Fullerton is Paul Contreras. Swings on the first pitch he sees, and it's popped up behind home plate. Stewart gives it a look, but it's off the ceiling behind us and out of play. Counts 0-1.
Contreras is leading the Titans this season, batting .380. Pretty much leading in almost all categories as far as the offensive end. He's their star player, who's finally back today.
Contreras dealing with a bit of a back issue on Friday night. Pulled from that 10-0 win early as Gerfer's slider misses outside and the count's 1-1. Took batting practice yesterday and had his sights set on a return here on Sunday, trying to swing the series for the Titans. 1-1 pitch. Contreras lays off and it misses the zone.
And you have to wonder how different the game would have been in Game 2 if Contreras was in the lineup. Obviously, best hitter on the team. Things could have swayed either way for the Titans.
2-1 downhill from Gerfers. Off the skinny end of the bat from Contreras and into the netting. Counts 2-2, and this crowd had a lot to celebrate last night. Trying to bring that same energy to a Sunday showdown on a beautiful day in Long Beach. 2-2 pitch. High fly ball to center field. Toomey ranging to his left, and he makes the catch 5 feet in from the warning track. Paul Contreras with a warning shot out to center. The Dirtbags have 2 down in the top of the first.
That's a great pitching scheme from Gerfers as well, pounding on the inside and then going back up in the zone for a fastball to get him to pop out. That's going to be the name of the game for him.
It's 64 degrees here today at Blair Field. Some whipping wind after a storm brought some rain to Long Beach last night. This game moved back from an original 1 o'clock first pitch to a 2 o'clock first pitch to make sure the diamond had time to dry. That wind blowing out towards left field as UCLA transfer Cameron Kim digs in and takes ball 1 down at his ankles.
You know, these rival games have a lot of great turnouts in the stands as well. Got a good amount of fans on both sides, especially in the middle section.
The 1-0 to Kim. Swung on and missed. Bounced off of Connor Stewart's shin pad and over towards the Dirtbags dugout. Counts 1-1. Fullerton have brought a healthy contingent to all 3 games, and why not? They're only 15 miles away. Titans hoping for a return to the Big West Championships later on this season, as Gerfers fires one in for a strike. Counts 2-1. Titans losing some big pieces last season. Cameron Kim, one of the transfers brought in to fill a few voids. On the season, batting .288. Facing down the 1-2 count. Thought about a swing, and he went around. Gerfers sets down the Titans in order, and there's no runs on the board as we move to the bottom of the first inning. Long Beach State due up for the first time on the other side of the break on 22 West Radio. Time for the bottom of the first inning. Jason Gerfer sits down the Titans 1-2-3 in the top half. And now the Dirtbags due up for the first time tonight. Take you through the lineup from 1 through 9. Trotter Enright, Jake Evans, Matt Toomey, Smith Chandler's last night's walk-off hero, Caden Smacka, moving up to the 5 spot, followed by Dylan Lena, Aaron Perez, Connor Stewart, and Justin Rolston batting ninth. Around the defense for the Titans, it's Nick Miller in left, Hunter Meyer in center, Paul Contreras making his return in right field. Around the infield, Cameron Kim at third, Kate O'Hara at shortstop, Eli Lopez at second, Andrew Kirshner at first, and the battery tonight, Nico Lombardi and Dylan Smith, the sophomore right-hander, making his usual Sunday start tonight. We heard on the pregame, Alex, he might have the best stuff on this Fullerton Titans team. Yeah,
Dylan Smith currently has a 5.5 ERA. He's got 1 win and 3 losses in 36 innings pitched, and he's racked up 20 Ks of his own and 22 earned runs. And JayDe, only 5 walks. That's pretty impressive if you ask me.
Not only pretty impressive, it's the best mark in the Big West. Smith has been lights out this season for Cal State Fullerton. Last pitched in a win against UC Riverside, where he allowed 7 hits but only 2 earned runs in 4 2/3 innings of work in a 9-3 win for Fullerton. First man he'll face is Trotter Enright, stepping up into the leadoff spot this weekend in the stead of Trevor Goldenetz, who remains out of the lineup. Goldenetz still among the Big West leaders, but watching this one from the dugout today. First pitch down to Enright, in for strike 1.
Trotter Enright's got a lot of playing time this season. He has the most at-bats of any Dirtbag at 127. This would be 128.
0-1 down to Enright. Fouled down the left field line and out of play. Enright last night 1 for 4. Had a single to start that 9th inning for the Dirtbags. He scored the winning run off Caden Smacka's single. Facing 0-2, rips this one into left field, and it'll stay fair. Enright has one. He rounds the corner for 2, and then will pull back to take his base. Trotter Enright picking up where he left off last night with a leadoff single in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, he caught that ball right on the outside high corner and took it the same way that it came in. It's really difficult to hit a pitch the way that it came in as well, because especially as a lefty on a righty, you kind of want to go the opposite way, but this one he took it where it came, and now he's got a leadoff single.
4 Dirtbags last night finished with multi-hit games. Second man due up this afternoon is Jake Evans, who went 3 for 5. The trio of singles. First pitch downhill from Smith, down and away for ball 1. The right-on-right matchup for Dylan Smith. And Evans flies this one out into left field. Ranging over is the center fielder Hunter Meyer. He makes the catch, and it's not deep enough to advance Enright to second. So Titans get one down and keep the runner on first.
The key for the Dirtbags this game, too, is to get an early start, get some runners on board, get some pressure on the pitcher. Dylan Smith is one guy that you cannot let him get comfortable in his own shoes.
The lefty Matt Toomey batting third today, getting the start in center field. 2 for 4 last night. First pitch swinging, driven into left field, and it's into the glove of Nick Miller. Once again, Enright can take a slow trot off of first and then reverse course. Pair of flyouts. The Dirtbags down to their last out here. The bottom of the first inning, trying to advance Trotter Enright from first.
Trotter Enright has 2 stolen bases this season. Hasn't been caught at all.
Andrew Kirchner holding him on. Fronting Enright at first. As Smith Chandler digs in. Takes strike one.
That's a good pitch right there. It's almost looks like a slider that's going to go out the zone, but stays in for a cutter.
Smith Chandler batting .321 this season. 4 hits last night. As the pickoff attempt down to first almost gets Trotter Enright napping. Andrew Kirchner, first baseman, playing in front of Enright, blocking the runner's view of Dylan Smith. Almost a successful pickoff. The 0-1 to Chandler. Bends into the zone again for strike two.
Seeing as how close last night's game was, we should be expecting a lot more stolen bags, or at least attempts in this game. Dirtbags are going to need every inch that they can get, every extra base.
Smith with the nod and delivers the 0-2. Slider down and away. Chandler lays off.
Yeah, that's a good layoff right there, trying to decipher whether it's going to be a cutter or a slider on the outside. That first pitch stayed in for a cutter, and that one was a slider outside the zone.
Dylan Smith with 3 great pitches in his arsenal. Looking for his first strikeout as Smith Chandler takes a swing and a miss. And after allowing a leadoff single, Dylan Smith gets out of the inning. We're headed to the top of the second. Still no score between Long Beach State and Cal State Fullerton on 22 West Radio. Four, 5, and 6 due up for Cal State Fullerton in the top of the second inning. Jason Gerfer is with an 11-pitch top of the first, a pair of flyouts and a strikeout to end the frame. First man he'll face is the designated hitter Ty Thomas, moving down from the 2 spot as the return of Paul Contreras has put him back in his usual cleanup role here on Sunday.
This is Thomas's first season at Fullerton. Previous 2 seasons he played at Mount Sac.
First pitch swinging, driven out into left field, and it's going to fall. Thomas turns the corner and will head for second. The throw is cut off by Enright, and it's a stand-up double to lead off the second inning for Ty Thomas.
It's a dangerous pitch for the guy in the cleanup spot. If you leave anything on the inside of the zone, he's going to take it towards the left side. He's going to pull it over. Gerfers is going to have to adjust on the next batter with a righty-lefty matchup.
Thomas's 8th double of the season. Titans with a runner in scoring position now, and the first baseman, Andrew Kirchner, digging in. Right on left matchup for Gerfers on the mound. There was a fastball that misses low, counts 1-0. Can introduce you to our umpiring crew today. Behind home plate, calling the balls and strikes, Anthony Norris at first, Mac McCone at second, Ray Patchen at third, Kelly Gonzalez, who was behind home plate last night. 1-0 pitch, in the dirt again, counts 2-0.
Gerfers is trying to paint the outside of the plate, trying to eliminate the possibility of a pull to the right side from the lefty at the plate. He's got to work the zone. He's got to get it in there.
Two-0 pitch, high and outside. Stewart out of the squat. And after allowing a leadoff double, it's 3 straight balls from the freshman, Jason Gerfers.
Now this is a dangerous spot to be in because you're going to have to throw a fastball for a strike, but you don't want to get it outside the zone for a walk. You don't want to give him a cookie either.
3-0 pitch, bends into the zone. Oh no, it missed. A 4-pitch walk, and Andrew Kirshner takes a free 90 feet.
Titans off to a good start. Still have no outs and a man on first and second.
Catcher, number 28, Nico Lombardi.
We'll bring up Nico Lombardi, moving down from the 5 spot to bat 6th today. Titans catcher had quite the night last night. First at bat, knocked a double to right, and then homeward to left. And a mound meeting before Kirshner can dig in. Jason Gerfers getting a few words of wisdom as the infield is all pulled around in a huddle. After an 11-pitch first inning, Titans now with runners on first and second.
Lombardi from Fremont, California. Played in 15 games with 7 starts last season. He finished the year with a .321 batting average. This season he's hitting .294, just under 300.
Now in his senior season, looking for an increased role, making his 13th start tonight. Mound visit breaks, and Gerfers getting some signs from TJ Bruce in the dugout. Connor Stewart making up the battery today. Damon Valdez has been behind the dish for the Dirtbags for the first 2 games of this series. Stewart also getting a few signs. And the Fullerton fans making all the noise at the moment. First pitch to Lombardi. He squares around to bunt and lays it down the third base line, but it rolls foul and does not escape the circle around home plate.
That was just 2 inches shy from being a perfect bunt right there on the left side of home plate. It's a sacrifice play right there, trying to get both runners up in scoring position. They still got 2 strikes to work with, so we could see it again.
TJ Bruce and the long-tenured Titans head coach Jason Dietrich, both big fans of small ball. No surprise to see Lombardi square around, trying to advance the runners. No outs and men on first and second here in the top of the second for Fullerton. 0-1 pitch. Lombardi tries to bunt again, and it's down the third base line and foul again. Now down on the count, 0-2.
And that's a good pitch from Gerfers right there, expecting the bunt, throwing an off speed towards the lower quadrant of the zone, so that way it comes off the bat at an awkward angle. Now he's got him in an 0-2 hole.
Thomas on second, Kirshner at first. Both take a 1-hop lead. The 0-2 to Lombardi. Down and away. Counts 1-2. The 1-2 to Lombardi. High and outside. Oof. Counts 2-2.
Gerfers just missed that pitch. Some of the crowd didn't like that one. He's going to have to do it again at a 2-2 count.
Evans shaded over towards second. The delivery, high again, and Lombardi lays off. Count now full.
Gurfers is so good at repeating his locations, but Lombardi's just a little bit better at laying off. He's worked his way into a full count here, as he was originally 0-2.
Trying to load the bases for the Titans. Payoff from Gurfers. Roped into left field, and it's knocked down by the wind. Ty Thomas around from second, and he will score. A stand-up from Nico Lombardi brings in the first run of the ball game for Fullerton.
Gurfers left that slider hanging right in the middle of the zone. He was looking to go outside, but just missed by a few inches, and Lombardi put up the first run for the Titans.
Kirshner advances to second. Dirtbags will face down the exact same situation with Kate O'Hara digging in. No outs, runners on first and second. Connor Stewart getting some more instructions from the dugout. This time, Abe Alvarez relaying out to the mound and the battery. As that last fly ball knocked down before it could reach Smith Chandler, the wind whipping out towards left field with a bit of carry. First pitch down to O'Hara, he shows bunt. And the Dirtbags infield with their wheel defense. Crashes the corners and sends Enright to third and Evans to first. Trying to play the bunt from O'Hara. And more instructions coming from the dugout as O'Hara will face a 1-0 count.
What the Titans are looking for here is a small hit and run on a bunt. But Kirchner's going to have to get a good lead. He doesn't want to get caught stealing as well.
Perez crashing from first. O'Hara rips it over to shortstop and right field across the diamond, and Perez makes the play. So the runners advance to second and third. And the Dirtbags get their first out of the inning.
And this is where Gurfers really has to dial in with the mental aspect of the game. We've seen him in this spot early in games time and time again throughout the season, and this is his make or break moment to decide how the rest of the game will go according to the pattern that we've seen throughout the entire season.
Hunter Meyer making his weekend debut. Center field and batting eighth tonight. 2 runners in scoring position, only 1 out in the top of the second. First pitch lined out to center field. Toomey makes the play, but it's deep enough to score. Kirshner from third. A successful sac fly, and Fullerton are up by 2.
Gurfers left that fastball high in the zone. That's just too easy. When the batter's looking to go outside to the grass and you get a ball on the higher quadrant of the zone, all you're looking for is a drive with enough space to get the runner on third home.
On Friday, Fullerton scored all 10 of their runs across the first 3 innings. Looking for another early onslaught here on Sunday. Lombardi still on second, and the 9-hitter Eli Lopez digging in. 2 outs for the Dirtbags trying to escape the top of this second inning. The breaking ball from Gurfers catches the top of the zone for strike 1.
Eli Lopez, the senior from Whittier, California. He's played all of his collegiate career here at Fullerton.
This one knocked down by Enright at short, but there's no play to be made across the diamond. And it's a stand-up single for Eli Lopez as Enright ranged onto the outfield grass and just had to stop it from getting to left field. Fullerton now with runners on the corners and top of the lineup due up.
It's a great layout from Enright over there at short, saving a run right there. If that ball gets through, the runner on third comes around for the third run for the Titans.
Nick Miller, who flew out to center field just an inning ago, now steps up with runners on first and third. Gurfers delivers. Miller thought about a swing. And Mac McMahon The first base line says he did not go around. Counts 1-0. It was an 8-run top of the second inning on Monday night that undid all the Dirtbag good work against Cal Baptist. Burford's trying to avoid the same fate here as he catches the zone against Miller. Counts 1-1.
Burford is really going to have to work on that slider on the outside of the zone here for Nick Miller.
Pickoff attempt here from Gurfers, keeping Lopez honest at first. Nico Lombardi, the man at third. Nick Miller last night. Ground out, strikeout, single, and then grounded into a fielder's choice in the 7th. 1-1 pitch from Gurfers. Bends into the zone. Strike 2. Dirtbags 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. Still runners on the corners. Fullerton have already plated 2 in the top of the second. And Connor Stewart calls time. Now the battery sets. Gurfers out of the windup. Runner goes from first. Stewart out of the squat. Holds the ball in. Eli Lopez stopped mid-sprint to second.
Eli Lopez trying to force the throw from the catcher and get the runner over from third, but everyone in the crowd knew he was going on that pitch as well with 2 strikes.
So Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second, 2 runs scored for Fullerton. Runners on second and third as Miller reaches out and fouls one off towards the Titans dugout.
Gurfers is really relying on this slider on the outside. He's thrown it 3 times in a row already in the same spot. Nick Miller's just chipping it foul to stay alive.
Middle infield with their heels on the outfield grass. The 2-2 to Miller. Just high. Count is full.
Once again, one of the Titans worked their way all the way to a full count. Now the ball is in Gurfers' hands.
Full count pitch. Chopped foul down the third base line. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming from Gurfers. Full count pitch, chopped foul again. This time skirting towards the Dirtbags dugout. Ninth pitch of the at-bat on the way.
Nick Miller really trying to stay alive. And Gurfers is starting to switch it up now as he recognizes that Miller knows where the slider's going to end up.
Full count pitch a third time. Lifted out into left. Chandler ranging back, and he makes the catch. Fullerton plate 2 in the top of the second, but Jason Gurfer is able to stop the bleeding with 2 runners in scoring position. As we move to the bottom of the second inning, it's Cal State Fullerton 2, Dirtbags 0 on 22 West Radio. Bottom of the second inning, 5, 6, and 7 due up for Long Beach State, and it's last night's walk-off hero, Caden Smacka, digging in first. Dylan Smith on the mound for Fullerton, a 10-pitch first inning. Allowed a leadoff single to Trotter Enright, and that was it. First pitch to Smacka, down and away for ball one. Smacka with a special introduction today in the starting lineup. Big ovation, introduced as last night's hero. The 1-0, taken for a strike.
Smack is hitting .250 this season. He's got 64 at-bats and 4 RBIs to his name.
And aside from the walk-off single with the bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, Smacka tallied 3 hits in his 5 plate appearances as he takes ball 2 down and away. Solid night for Smacka. First year as a dirtbag.
He's redshirting as a junior this year. For Long Beach, he was part of the team at the College of Southern Nevada.
2-1 pitch, fired in. Counts 2-2.
As a redshirt freshman over there, he hit .414 on the season.
And Smacka's a guy who's been finding his footing, it seems, as the season has gone on. Tonight batting 5th. Facing a 2-2 count from Dylan Smith. Chopped over to the right side. Lopez scoops, field, the throw to Kirshner in time at first. The Titans have one down.
Dylan Smith has really found his groove early in this game. He's still got to go through the rest of the lineup, but so far you can tell that he's dialed in for today's game.
And he'll now to face Dylan Lena. Moving down from the cleanup spot to bat 6th today. He has had a frustrating series. Has yet to reach base across 2 nights. Has made plenty of contact, but has not been able to find the outfield grass. First pitch from Smith. Slider, bottom corner of the zone for strike 1.
Lena's definitely a hot and cold player. Comes up big in these clutch moments that Long Beach needs him.
Also leads this Dirtbags team in home runs, has 7 on the year. 0-1 pitch, down and away, counts 1-1. Lena with some frustration shown last night as he finished 0 for 5. In his senior season this year, trying to make as much of an impact as he can. Here's the 1-1 delivery, swung on and missed. Fastball right by him.
Lena's hitting .216 this season. He's got the most runs batted in on the Dirtbag squad with 36. It's 10 more than the next man.
The 1-2 to Lena. Down in the dirt and through the legs of Nico Lombardi. Excuse me, Lena with just 1 hit on the weekend, and it came on Friday. Stand-up double in his second at-bat, but since then, line-outs, strikeouts, flyouts. He's been put out in all kinds of ways. Facing the 2-2 from Smith. Cue ball into short left field, and that'll fall. Lena breaks the drought. Standing up into first in a celebration towards the Dirtbags dugout to get this crowd fired up.
Lena's starting things off for the Dirtbags. He pulled that one just over the shortstop, a little blooper in between him and the left fielder over there. Now Aaron Perez is going to pick things up, give the Dirtbags a little bit of hope, down 2.
Aaron Perez last night 1 for 4, had a single in his first at-bat. First baseman raising his batting average above 200. First pitch slider from Smith. Down for ball one.
Aaron Perez is one of those consistently available and healthy players. Even before Long Beach in both seasons at Utah Tech, he played 99 of 101 games. So he only missed 2.
Fastball outside from Smith. Counts 2-0. Perez has been deployed at first base throughout this season by TJ Bruce. His batting has not always backed up his fielding, and that's why he's been moved down to the 7th spot for this 15-mile rivalry series. (2-0) bent in for a strike. Perez on the season always seems to find himself in situations with runners on, 2 outs, 1 out. Among the worst on this Dirtbags roster, batting with runners on base, just 152 on the season. Lena on first, and Perez rips this one into left field. It has enough air underneath, and Miller makes the catch. 2 outs down for the Titans. Lena still all alone on first. Connor Stewart making his first plate appearance of the weekend. Batting 8th tonight, replacing Damon Valdez, the freshman at catcher. This afternoon, rocking the bright yellow cleats to pair with Dirtbags' white pinstripe uniforms. Fouls off the first pitch he sees, and it's onto the concourse now to play. Dylan Smith with an interesting windup as well. Sophomore right-hander with a high leg kick before every delivery, a low arm slot release point. Working the right-on-right matchup against Stewart. As the 0-1 pitch fouled back and out of play.
And Dylan Smith, you can tell, has been comfortable this entire game from the start. And if he can get out of this inning, he's going to be on track to have a good game heading into the 3rd.
Dylan Smith, a guy who can certainly go at length. Titans hoping that he can work out of another inning with a runner on base. Needs just one more strike to do it. 0-2 to Stewart. Check swing, and he went around. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Dylan Smith. Sends us into the 3rd. No runs for Long Beach State. And it's Cal State Fullerton 2, Dirtbag 0 as we move to the 3rd on 22 West Radio. Top of the 3rd inning, 2, 3, and 4 due up for Cal State Fullerton. Jason Gerfers allowing 2 runs in the top of the second. Those are the only runs on the board for either team. After an 11-pitch first inning, 26 pitches in the top of the second. First man he'll face is Fullerton's most dangerous batter, Paul Contreras. Breaking ball in for strike 1. Contreras with a flyout in his first plate appearance, but still hitting far and away better than any of his teammates so far this season. The 0-1 from Gerfers misses low, counts 1-1.
Starting the Titans off into the heart of the lineup here on the top of the third. It's a big spot for the Titans to get some more runs to pile on. They're already up 2-0.
Contreras rips it right into the glove of Dylan Lena. What a play from the third baseman.
That was a direct dart at Dylan Lena over there at third. It didn't even have to move his feet. Directly at the chest. Nice quick reflexes from Lena over there in the hot corner.
No doubt about it, we're scoring that one L5. Hard off the bat from Paul Contreras. And Lena, calm, cool, and collected, makes the play. It'll bring up Cameron Kim, who struck out to end the top of the first inning. Gerfers puts one at his ankles, counts 0-1. Second pitch swinging, Kim deep to left field, and Smith Chandler makes the catch on the warning track. 2 loud outs for the Titans here in the top of the third. Nobody on, and Ty Thomas stepping up to the plate.
Smith Chandler was prepared for a deep ball there, already playing back, seeing as how Cameron leads the Titans in doubles this season. Likes to hit deep.
And before Ty Thomas digs in, Jason Dietrich out of the dugout wants a conference with his designated hitter. Thomas 0 for 4 last night. Knocked a double to get that second inning started and came around to score. Jason Dietrich unable to finish out the game last night, ejected in the top of the 9th inning, arguing a controversial out call, a runner out of the base path call, and had the out not been called in the top of the 9th, Fullerton would have taken the lead against Long Beach State. We could be talking about a very different Sunday afternoon matchup. And Dietrich breaks his conference. Ty Thomas can now step up. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 3rd inning. First pitch from Gerfers, swung on and missed, got him with the off speed.
Gerfers needs to get out in front in the count for these Titans batters, as they are patient on the outside of the zone, as they know that Gerfers likes to paint that side with the slider.
0-1 to Thomas. Breaks in at the knees for strike 2. Thomas, one of 17 newcomers on this 2026 roster.
Thomas had played at Mount Sac previously to Fullerton. Hit .384 as a sophomore.
And he swings on the 0-2 pitch. Jason Gerfers pulls the string for a strikeout. And it's 1, 2, 3, down in order again for Jason Gerfers. Dirtbags look to respond. It's Cal State Fullerton 2, Long Beach State 0, as we move to the bottom of the 3rd inning on 22 West Radio. 9-1-2 due up for the Dirtbags in the bottom of the third inning. And Justin Rolston making the start tonight in right field up for his first plate appearance, appearing in just his 9th game of the 2026 campaign. 0 for 8 at the plate. First pitch faced from Smith, breaks in for strike one. Rolston with the bat barely off his shoulder as he sees it off.
Yeah, he was taking that pitch all the way, trying to get a gauge of Dylan Smith.
Smith out of the windup, high leg kick, and Rolston flies this one out into short left field. 3 Titans converge, and it's an over-the-shoulder catch from Cade O'Hara. Willie Mays style from the shortstop.
O'Hara tracking it down until the last second, and he didn't have enough time to turn his entire body around, so stuck out his glove directly in front of his chest and was able to scoop it out of the air. That was an impressive catch and took away the first hit for Rolston at the bottom of the lineup.
It's a shame it can only be scored F6. What a play from Cade O'Hara. And it brings up the top of the Dirtbags order in Trotter Enright, who takes strike one.
Top of the lineup, Dirtbags need to take advantage here in the situation with Dylan Smith.
Smith working efficiently, and he has thrown Trotter Enright nothing but strikes. Enright with a leadoff single, one of 2 hits for the Dirtbags to this point. As Smith misses in the dirt, counts 1-1.
Smith already has 2 strikeouts on the night and only 2 hits.
The 1-1 to Enright. Low in the zone, and Enright did not go around. Kelly Gonzalez given the safe sign down the third base line.
That's a great job from Smith, trying to paint the outside of the plate with that cutter at the last second, but Enright was able to lay off.
2-1 pitch. Chopper fielded on a backhand by Lopez at second, thrown across to Kirshner. And Enright is out at first.
That's a good play from Lopez right there, getting the backhand and shifting the feet over to get the out. So now the Dirtbags only have 1 out to play with and no men on.
And 2 flashy plays by the Titans here in the bottom of the third. First by O'Hara with the over-the-shoulder catch on what 9 times out of 10 would have gone down as Justin Rolston's first hit of the season. And a nice backhand from Lopez. It brings up Jake Evans. First pitch slides into the zone for strike one. Smith looking to bolster the Titans pitching staff this season. Last year, Fullerton finished with a .551 ERA. It was their undoing at the Big West Championships last season. As Smith pulls the string on Evans and gets him stumbling over home plate as he swings through.
Smith has been painting the plate on the inside for a lot of these Dirtbags hitters, so Jake Evans was not expecting that outside pitch and swung way through it, got off balance.
One we see at the top of the order, batting left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, all the way down. Has been no trouble at all for Smith to adjust, as the 0-2 to Evans is skipped in. Lombardi with the block.
That's a rare aspect to have as an entire lineup, constantly alternating between the left and the right side as a batter. But like you said, JayDe, Dylan Smith has had no problem with that today.
Two strikeouts for Smith. And a 1-2 pitch coming to Jake Evans. Chopped down the third base line and foul.
It's that ability to switch from the right side and the left side of the plate here, going back and forth between 3 pitches, outside, inside, outside.
Both strikeouts from Smith have been to end innings. No men on for the Dirtbags and 2 outs here. 1-2 pitch. Corkscrewed out to right. Contreras can't get there. It's under his glove, and Evans will turn 2. He grabs the extra base standing up. And the Dirtbags shows some signs of life in the bottom of the third inning.
The Titans were due for a mistake there after those last two flashy plays. Contreras couldn't lay out for that one. It was right on the left side of him, but that'll be an extra base for Jake Evans. And now the Dirtbags are in business with 2 outs and a man in scoring position.
Jake Evans with his 11th double of the season. It's a windy day out in the outfield. That wind swirling from right to left. Contreras on his horse, shaded more towards center field playing the shift. Could not get to the ball as it died along the first base line. And now Matt Toomey digs in for the Dirtbags. 2 outs and a man on second. Smith breaks one into the zone for strike 1. Toomey with a first pitch fly out in his first at bat. Dirtbags with their first runner in scoring position this afternoon. The 0-1 skipped into Lombardi.
Matt Toomey has the most runs on this Long Beach Dirtbag squad with 19. Right behind him, Jake Evans at 18.
2 men trying to make something happen here for Long Beach State. As Smith misses the bottom of the zone on another slider. Counts 2-1. Toomey, the Mammoth Lakes native, looking for an improved campaign with Long Beach State this season. Known for his aggressive hitting, his pursuit of the fastball, and his aggressive base running. Always a dangerous hitter. And tonight getting the start in center field. Rocking the bright green bat he first took out of the bat bag up in Northridge. 2-1 pitch fouled back into the netting.
Evans, another dangerous base stealer as well over there at second. He stole 4 this season. He's only been caught stealing twice.
Evans, the Long Beach native, takes off his helmet on second. Runs his forearm through his hair. As Matt Toomey stares down the 2-2 count with 2 outs. Delivery from Smith. Tipped off the short end of the bat from Toomey and into the backstop.
Great battle between the two so far. Long Beach is in a big spot here. Haven't had many runners in scoring position.
Evans with some signs from the dugout will take a 3-hop lead off second. Shortstop O'Hara holding him on. 2-2 to Toomey, chopped fouled on the first base line and into the hands that reach over the Titans dugout.
Toomey's playing some mind games over here at the plate. Just chopping off anything that is right outside of the zone. Just waiting for that inside pitch from Dylan Smith.
JayDe Bruce, a coach who loves to measure the quality of at-bats. This has been one of Toomey's most efficient of the season. Just waiting on his pitch. The 2-2 again. Bounces off of Lombardi. No, it bounced off of Toomey. Caught him in the knee, and a wicked deflection. Toomey hit by the pitch, and he's down on the ground. Not quite sure where that one caught him, Alex, as he finally got the inside pitch, but it was a bit too far inside, and he'll have to trot 90 feet if he's able.
Yeah, that pitch was supposed to be a cutter outside going in, but instead it was down the middle coming in, so it caught. It looked like a little bit of his quad on the inside front leg as he's walking down to first.
Toomey a little bit gimpy, but he will take his base. JayDe Bruce coming out of the dugout to make sure his center fielder today is A-OK. And relay some instructions to Smith Chandler as well, who will look to continue this 2-out rally for the Dirtbags. A double from Jake Evans. Matt Toomey hit by a pitch, and all of a sudden, Dirtbags have the go-ahead run at the plate.
That Toomey looks like he's going to be fine. He's going to stay over there at first.
For Long Beach State, the left fielder, Bernard Smith-Chandler.
Chandler struck out to end the bottom of the first. Shakes off his shoulders. Shaking off the goosebumps. Getting ready to face Dylan Smith for a second time.
Dirtbags still trying to get their first run across here.
Smith bends one in for strike one. Fullerton with 2 runs in the top of the second inning. Only runs on the board for either team to this point. Two outs, 2 men on for Smith-Chandler as he chops this one right into the glove of Smith. A scoop to first and score at 1-3 to end the inning. Dirtbags leave 2 stranded, and they're still down by a pair. It's Fullerton 2, Long Beach State 0 as we move to the top of the 4th inning on 22 West Radio. You are listening to Long Beach State Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, streaming live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. Top of the 3rd inning, 5, 6, and 7 due up for Cal State Fullerton. Andrew Kirshner, first man stepping up to face Jason Gerfers. Freshman right-hander coming off a 6-pitch 3rd inning. And he gets Kirshner swinging on the off-speed. Counts 0-1. Gerfer is out of the windup. Fastball just misses the outside corner. Counts 1-1. One delivery, swung on and missed by Kirshner. Gerfer has pulled the string on him. This 15-mile rivalry, Alex, dating back to 1975. Fullerton leads the all-time series 158-89 coming into Sunday today. Longtime foes in the Big West. As Kirshner sees off a fastball that skips into Stewart. A far cry, though, since the COVID pandemic, really, for both teams, where they were previous to it. Last NCAA regional for Cal State Fullerton back in 2023 against Stanford, as Kirshner lifts the 2-2 pitch into the left center gap, and that'll fall. That Toomey can't stab it on the first time of asking, and it's a stand-up double for Andrew Kirshner.
Toomey was tracking that down over in center field, but we got a lot of wind today as it's hitting 3 o'clock already, and that kind of shifted over the ball to the left, and he wasn't able to track it down. So that's an extra base for the batter there in Andrew Kirchner.
Long Beach State haven't been to the NCAA regionals in quite some time. A memorable series between these two teams back in 2017. Long Beach State won the Big West, but here at Blair Field, Fullerton won the Super Regional. Nico Lombardi takes ball one down in the dirt. In that series, a lot of buildup, a lot of star power. Fullerton took it 2-1. And a legendary quote from Colton Eastman, the Fullerton pitcher who got the start on day 3. As Lombardi lays down a bunt, Gurfers fields the throw to first in time. A sacrifice that advances Kirchner to third. That quote from Colton Eastman, Long Beach State can have the Big West, but I'll take Omaha. Caps off kind of the gritty style of this rivalry. And this weekend, without a glimpse of that usual prestige on Friday, but certainly last night with Long Beach State's walk-off win, what this rivalry still means to both teams amid the era of conference realignment and all those kinds of things, NIL. This long-standing rivalry still stands as one of the best in college baseball.
And last night, that game really encapsulated the rivalry here between both teams. You can still see it here today in the stands.
As O'Hara takes strike one. Runner on third for the Titans. We're up by 2 over Long Beach State, top of the 4th inning.
The environment's always a lot more rowdy on both sides. It's almost comparable to Long Beach versus Hawaii as well. That's another rivalry that brings out the best in the crowd in both teams. As O'Hara takes ball one, so it's a 1-1 count now.
That slider from Gurfers just missing the outside corner. And the Fullerton fans have packed out the stands today. A lot of orange down the right field line as O'Hara awaits the 1-1. And Gurfers bends one in. O'Hara was ready to take it if it was going to hit him. Gurfers escapes, and it's 2-1 to the Titans shortstop.
O'Hara from Tustin, California. He's a junior this season. And prior to Fullerton, he was at Texas. He spent 2 seasons there before transferring to Fullerton.
The 2-1 pitch, roped out into left field. O'Hara with a golf swing, and it's into the glove of Smith Chandler and deep enough to score. Andrew Kirchner from third. Titans up by 3.
Sacrifice pop right there over to the left side. And it was just deep enough to get the run scored there. Jason Gurfers is having trouble leaving that last pitch, that potential strikeout pitch right over the zone. And that's the second sacrifice pop fly that we've had this game. The same situation. But he's got 2 outs. He's looking to track down Hunter Meyer here for the last one.
Fullerton have done a great job today bringing their runners around. It's Titans 3, Dirtbags 0. Now no men on the base paths. And Hunter Meyer digging in, right on the right matchup. Gurfers misses low for ball 1. Fullerton right now sitting comfortably in a playoff spot in the Big West. A real turning point in their season. Early March, forcing UCLA to 10 innings, the #1 team in the country. As Meyer ropes one over to shortstop and right fields across the diamond. Perez can't handle. The throw was low. And Meyer will stand up on first.
And Wright took a little bit long on that gather of the ball, which forced him to throw the ball as quickly as possible at the last second, and ultimately it ended up in the dirt.
See how they score that one. as Perez had a tough job to handle the throw. And instead of escaping the inning with the bases clear, Eli Lopez now steps up with a man on first for the Titans. Pickoff attempt from Gerfers to keep Meyer honest. It has scored an error against Trotter Enright on the throw. Lopez, a single in his first at-bat in the second inning. Was the man left stranded by Nick Miller. First pitch from Gerfers. Misses the zone, counts 1-0.
Hunter Myers over there at first with a good lead. He's got 2 stolen bags. Hasn't been caught at all this season.
Gerfers catches the top of the zone, counts 1-1. Perez over at first in a deep squat, waiting to throw down if it comes. Evans heels on the outfield grass, shaded towards second. Enright playing deep at short. Nothing special for Dylan Lena at third. Another pickoff attempt from Gerfers. And Lopez getting that bright neon orange jersey a little bit dirty here. Head first dive to beat the throw. As Lopez awaits the 1-1. Delivery from Gerfers, lined out into left field. Chandler a few steps to his left, and he makes the catch. Titans get one more in the top of the 4th inning. It's Cal State Fullerton 4, Long Beach State 0, as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning on 22 West Radio. Part of the order due up for the Dirtbags, Caden Smacka, Dylan Lena, and Aaron Perez, all guaranteed a plate appearance. 5, 6, and 7 in the Dirtbags order. And Smacka steps up first.
Smacka, the redshirt junior from Las Vegas, Nevada. Previously attended the College of Southern Nevada, and that's where he hit .414.
Ground out in his only plate appearance today in the second inning. Takes a pitch. Low and dead center from Dylan Smith, counts 1-0.
Smacka can really take advantage of this at-bat here with a righty-lefty matchup.
1-0 from Smith, higher this time. Same location, counts 1-1.
Smith loves to paint the plate on the inside for these lefties, hitting that cutter from the middle to the inside of the plate. See if Smacka can pick up on that.
1-1 pitch off the end of the bat and into left field. Ranging back, Miller makes the catch. Bit of help from the wind on that one from Caden Smacka. Didn't catch it cleanly or with full power. Still almost reached the warning track.
Yeah, any ball that's hitting the outfield for long enough is going to shift over to the left side, and that could be very helpful or very dangerous for the outfielders.
Little Lena snapped a bit of a cold streak after going 0 for 5 on Saturday with a single in the second. Able to paint the first base line and beat Paul Contreras. First pitch swinging, popped up towards the Titans dugout. First base line, ranging underneath. Lombardi can't make the catch.
Those are so tough to track down, JayDe, when you got a ball directly parallel above your head and the wind's kind of shifting it over. It's hard to track it down, but a good effort from Lombardi behind the plate.
Talk about that win. Lombardi was chasing it towards the backstop, then had to backpedal. Ended up flat on his back.
Lena's going to get a chance to do it again, 0-1. Had the Dirtbags' first hit in the second inning. That was a single.
0-1 pitch, flied out to left field, and Nick Miller records his second out of the inning.
It's that wind that we've been talking about, JayDe. On a clear summer day, that ball would have went all the way to the back over there and clean left center field, but with the gray skies right now, there's a lot of shifts in the wind.
I'll bring up Aaron Perez. And Nick Miller will go for the hat trick in left field. Pair of catches, pair of outs. Dirtbags with 2 outs working against him and nobody on. First pitch swinging, grounded over to Lopez at second. And Kirshner makes the play at first. Dirtbags go down 1-2-3 on only 5 pitches. As we move to the top of the 5th inning, it's Cal State Fullerton 3, Long Beach State 0 on 22 West Radio. Top of the order due up for Cal State Fullerton, 1-2-3. Coming up to face Jason Gerfers in the top of the 5th inning. Fullerton up 3-0 after a 2-run second inning and 1 more run added in the top of the 4th. Jason Gerfers still on the mound. First pitch to Miller at the ankles for ball 1.
Gerfers is nearing the 60 pitch count mark. That was 59 on that last pitch. He's got 2 strikeouts and 4 hits.
1-0 delivery to Miller, lined down the third base line and foul. It's been an up and down day everywhere you look at it for Jason Gerfers. Sat down the Titans 1-2-3 top of the first. Allowed 2 runs as 7 batters saw the plate in the second inning. Sat down the Titans again 1-2-3 in the third. And then facing 5 batters allowed that 3rd run in the 4th inning. 1-1 to Miller, misses high and outside. So if we've learned anything, Titans should be going down 1-2-3 here in the 5th.
According to the pattern that Gerfers has put up all day, hopefully this one will keep the pattern going.
2-1 to Miller, lined foul down the third base line again.
That's the conversation that we had before the game as well. I was saying that the key to the game for Gerfers would be the longevity and consistency. We're in the 5th inning here. He's over 60 pitches, which is not bad, but it's been a constant up and down, as you said, JayDe. Every inning is black and white. Either a lot of hits or none at all.
2-2 pitch. Miller tips it into the glove. And Gerfers gets one down.
Yeah, it's a good fastball on the high end of the zone. He's been working on that slider that we've mentioned numerous times already on the outside of the corner, but switched up to that high fastball. Got him off guard.
Paul Contreras stepping up now. 0 for 2 on the day. Takes the first pitch from Gerfers in for strike 1. Contreras with a fly out in the first and then a line drive right into the glove of Dylan Lena in the 3rd. 0-1 delivery from Gerfers. High and outside, 1-1.
Contreras has a very old school style as far as his entire embodiment here for the Titans. He's got the stirrups on the 1-2 pitch right there. He's got the stirrups and he's got his pants all the way up to the knee. Even his batting stance is something reminiscent of Jackie Robinson era, the Babe Ruth era. You can tell that he's studied a lot of old baseball.
1-2 pitch from Gerfers. Just missed the zone, low and outside. Deep squat from Paul Contreras.
And apparently it works. He's the best hitter on the Titans squad.
High bat waggle as the 2-2 pitch is chopped foul down the third base line. Since March 1st, Contreras hitting just shy of 500 on the season. The 2-2 pitch misses high. Count now full. Leading the conference in hitting on base percentage, slugging, and OPS. As the full count pitch is just inside his shoulder. And it's a walk issued by Jason Gerfers. Contreras takes his first trot down the first base line today.
Gerfers is really struggling today with finishing batters off. He's had numerous batters in an 0-2 count. They worked their way to a 3-2, or just other situations where he's got a batter down in the count and they work their way all the way up because Gerfers is struggling with that last pitch. Either throws it for a ball or leaves it right down the middle and gives up a hit.
Skies have gone gray here at Blair Field. As Cameron Kim with a swing and a miss on a slider from Gerfers. Kim today 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout on his line.
Kim's hitting .284 on the season. He's only got 1 strikeout to his name today.
Gerfers with a pickoff attempt. Perez covering first. Contreras back in time.
And Contreras slightly active on the base running this season. Stolen 3, he's been caught twice.
Went to Kim, breaks into the zone. Strike 2. Cameron Kim, a part of that highly touted 2023 recruiting class at UCLA that has continued to pay dividends. Kim departing the Bruins program. Currently the #1 team in the nation right now. Need to face his former program twice this season as Gerfers pulls the string for strike 3. Got Kim swinging on and off speed, and it's a 3-pitch strikeout for the Dirtbags right-hander.
Finally pulled out that curveball on the lower end of the zone. It even caught a little bit of dirt towards the end. It's a great pitch from Gerfers up there.
Ty Thomas steps up now, the designated hitter. Came around to score in the second after knocking a double. Struck out in the third, facing Gerfers for the 3rd time today. First pitch, flied out deep to left field. Chandler ranging back at the wall, and it's off the top of the wall and back down. Contreras rounding third will stand up into home as Ty Thomas has his 2nd double of the afternoon.
Ty Thomas just took that one all the way to the wall. It kind of bounced off of there too. Just roped that inside pitch that Gerfers has been leading on all day for the Titans. And another extra base, and he's got a stand-up double.
And the wind almost carried that one out of Blair Field. 335 to the left field pole. Chandler ranging back about 336 feet. Shaded in about 10 yards to his left. That one went off the yellow piping on top of the outfield wall. 2 outs, man on second now as Andrew Kirshner takes ball 1. The Titans all day have been going after Jason Gerfers early in counts. Ty Thomas, a pair of doubles, both first pitch swinging, working against Gerfers. Contreras comes around to score, and it's Fullerton 4, Long Beach State 0. Kirshner gets a piece, but it's chopped right back down on home plate. Counts 1-1 to the Titans' first baseman.
Thomas is up to 9 doubles on the season. He's 2nd on this Titans squad. Kirchner only has 4 so far this season. He's looking to move up his teammate over there at 2nd.
1-1 to Kirshner, down low. And the check swing did not cross the plate, counts 2-1.
If we had $1 for every check swing that we've seen today, JayDe, we'd be rich men.
And Kelly Gonzalez, after calling balls and strikes last night, has gotten an arm workout down the third base line. 2-1 to Kirshner. Flied up and out of play behind home plate.
And that's a product of Dylan Smith's ability to paint the plate on the lower end of the zone. And for a righty or a lefty, you kind of have to decide last minute whether that ball is going to break in or not. But most of the time, the Titans have been able to lay off. Those extra decisions lead to extra bases as well.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Man on second. Gerfer sets at the belt and delivers one down and away. Count now full. Titans have either gone after Gerfers early or been able to work long counts. Kirshner facing a full one here. Enright holding Thomas at second. Gerfers checks back. Sets at the belt and delivers. Low and inside. And it's ball 4.
Again, Gerfers just can't finish off the batter. He worked his way into a full count here once again, and we're seeing the same pattern, JayDe. Gerfers is letting up pitches on a full count. He can't quite finish them up.
Second walk of the day issued to Andrew Kirshner, who has now reached base all 3 times he has stepped up to the plate. Walk, double, walk. And there's 2 outs and now 2 men on. Titans trying to start a rally.
Makes the game that much easier for the Titans when half their runs are coming from runners who've walked on rather than achieving hits.
First pitch to Nico Lombardi at the ankles for ball 1. Right on right matchup for Lombardi. And Abe Alvarez out of the dugout. Calling a conference with Jason Gerfers and the infield. There is action in the Dirtbags bullpen. Alvarez yet to give the sign. And the Dirtbags are down by 4. Gerfers already allowing a run here in the 5th.
It's a tough spot to be in for TJ Bruce here because your starter's well over 80 pitches now, and we're barely in the 5th inning. And seeing as how the bullpen has been playing out this entire season, an entire 4 innings of just bullpen is dangerous for the Dirtbags.
Alvarez with a vote of confidence for Jason Gerfers as the mound visit breaks, and the freshman will stay out to face Lombardi at least. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. Mentioned that bullpen, Alex, has not been the Dirtbag strength by any means this season. The 1-0 to Lombardi, breaks in for a strike. And it took 8 innings from Luke Howell last night to get the Dirtbags in a comfortable-ish position into the 9th. Mason Timmick able to finish it off. But time and time again, TJ Bruce has lamented the free passes, the walks, and the strain on his freshman pitching staff as Lombardi takes one low and outside for ball 2.
Gerfers is 48 innings pitched on the season. He's had plenty of time to figure things out and get comfortable, knows what he likes and doesn't like. He's got 45 strikeouts as well.
2-1 to Lombardi. High and inside. Counts 3-1. And 2 walks already in the inning issued by Jason Gerfers. 1 to Paul Contreras resulted in a run. Second man walked. Andrew Kirshner was on first. Ty Thomas on second. And freshman in real danger now of loading the bases. 3-1 to Lombardi. Misses high. Base is now loaded for Cal State Fullerton. And back-to-back walks issued by Jason Gerfers.
It's not a good look for Dirtbags here. They're already down 4-0 with bases loaded. And now we're just going to be buying time for the bullpen to get ready. I wouldn't expect Gerfers to come back in the 6th inning.
It looks like he will finish out the 5th, facing Cade O'Hara, 4 RBIs on the season for the Titans shortstop. 0 for 1 today. First pitch slider from Gerfers catches the zone. The Blair Field crowd trying to show the freshman some love.
O'Hara did have a run scored on a sacrifice fly back in the 4th inning.
The 0-1 bends in as O'Hara stepped off the plate. Counts 0-2. Gerfers trying to escape the jam. Bases loaded, 2 strikes, 0-2 count to the Titans' 7-hitter. Gerfers delivers, strike 3 swinging. Cade O'Hara goes down on 3 pitches, and Jason Gerfers stops the bleeding at 1. Fullerton get one more Titan to come around. It's Cal State Fullerton 4, Long Beach State 0, as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning on 22 West Radio. Bottom of the 5th inning, 8-9 and 1 due up for Long Beach State after Jason Gerfers escapes a bases-loaded jam in the top half. Fullerton able to plate one, but it could have been a whole lot more, as it's Cal State Fullerton 4, Long Beach State 0 here in the Sunday rubber match of the 15-mile rivalry. Fullerton took Friday night 10-0, and Long Beach State able to walk it off in the bottom of the 9th inning last night to take a 4-3 victory. Fullerton, through 4 complete innings, have provided all of the offense. Long Beach State with only 3 hits and no runs to show for it. Bottom of the order will look to change that here in the bottom of the 5th.
Dylan Smith is on track for a complete game as well. He's only thrown 53 pitches, and we're in the bottom of the 5th. He's got plenty of room to finish this game off.
First pitch to Stewart, chopped over to O'Hara at shortstop. Throw across the diamond is low and scooped by Kirshner at first. We'll bring up Justin Rolston. There has not been any significant action in the Jared Weaver bullpen for Cal State Fullerton. Dylan Smith has had his way with this Dirtbags order.
He's got 2 strikeouts already and only 3 hits in these 4 full innings that he's pitched so far.
Justin Rolston digging in now. Takes strike 1.
Rolston flied out to shallow left field on his last at bat on a great catch from O'Hara.
As he swings and misses on the off speed to go down 0-2.
If he can get on some way, somehow, the Dirtbags will be at the top of the lineup with Trotter Enright to start things off.
Wilson trying to fight off the 0-2, and he swings and misses on one down and away. 3-pitch strikeout for Dylan Smith. And Smith looking for his 2nd straight inning, sitting down the Dirtbags 1-2-3. Had plenty of time to rest after an extended top half of the 5th. Saw Jason Gerfers throw 31 pitches. Just 6 pitches for Smith in the 4th. Here in the 5th, working on similar timing. Now facing Trotter Enright. First pitch, strike. It's the Dirtbags leadoff man.
Trotter Enright grounded out to shallow center field back in the 3rd inning, and then singled to left in the 1st.
0-1 to Enright.
Dylan Smith on that last pitch kind of just flung it in there without any power. Looks like he's going to throw that ball away, get a new one. Didn't like that grip.
Blair Field crowd trying to get in the head of Dylan Smith. It has not worked today. The 1-1 to Enright. Misses low. Smith, not the most imposing presence on the mound, just 6'2", 185. But has had a stellar season. Velocity has not dipped at any point tonight. He delivers the 2-1 to Enright. Chopped foul. And into the backstop.
Last year as a freshman, he made 12 appearances with 8 starts. He had a 1-3 record with a 6.6 ERA. And he had 27 strikeouts in 30 innings pitched.
And Smith today coming in with a 5.5 ERA. And the epitome of efficient. 2-2 pitch to Enright, chopped down the first base line and fielded by Kirshner, but it's called foul before the first baseman can make the play. No walks issued today from Dylan Smith. No surprise there, only 5 on the season. Dirtbags hitters have not been able to trouble Smith, not been able to force him out of his usual locations. It has resulted in some pretty efficient pitching.
Smith has done a great job so far today. He's only allowed 3 hits the entire day against the Dirtbags. So this one's in the dirt for a full count now, 3-2.
Chance for Enright to take a rare free base off Dylan Smith. First full count the Titans right-hander has faced today. 2 outs, nobody on for the Dirtbags. Enright, bat on his shoulder, waggling. Full count pitch, swung on and missed. Dylan Smith says it's not going to be that easy as he sits down Trotter Enright and the Dirtbags 1-2-3 for the second consecutive inning. Into the 6th inning. It's Cal State Fullerton 4, Long Beach State 0 on 22 West Radio.
Gerfer's back.
Top of the 6th inning, Jason Gerfer is returning to the mound for the Dirtbags, sitting on 89 pitches through 5 complete innings. He'll face 8, 9, and 1 in the Titans order. Had a rough 31 pitch, 5th inning. Got out of a bases loaded jam as Meyer squares around to bunt and pulls it back. Counts 1-0.
Gerfers has been struggling all game, like we mentioned before, Bruce, but I mean, JayDe, it's a difficult position for TJ Bruce to keep Gerfers out there, especially when the bullpen hasn't been doing too good this season. As this one's a little bit too inside, 2-0.
And that question, I'm sure a lot of people are asking, why is Jason Gerfer still in the game at this point? Dirtbags down 4. It's because of the bullpen issues this season. As much as he has struggled in his freshman campaign and over the last few innings, he is on his A game. He is a very hard pitcher to figure out as Meyer chops one foul down the third base line. Gerfer's after pitching that complete game here at Blair Field not too long ago against Hawaii. Went 123 pitches in that one. By far his highest of the season. Said he could still go a few more innings if he wanted to. There's plenty of gas in the tank. It's a question of where it lands in the strike zone. As Meyer flies this one out to right field, and Rolston is able to make the catch. Gerfers has had a few long appearances this season. Went 96 pitches in his Dirtbags debut against San Jose State, only 4 1/3 innings. Pitched another complete game against Cal State Bakersfield, over 100 pitches. UC Irvine His next appearance went 104 pitches in only 5 innings. And then at CSUN, 3 1/3, 90 pitches. Has been given a long leash by TJ Bruce. Today, no exception, sitting on 93 pitches now. Facing Eli Lopez, whose first pitch swinging, drives it into center field. Matt Toomey is there to make the play.
He's got 2 quick outs here. Something we haven't seen in a few innings from Jason Gerfers, but it'll save him some of his pitch count to keep going. Still got 3 innings of ball left to play.
And the longer Jason Gerfers can be out there for TJ Bruce, the better. As Nick Miller in a conference now with Fullerton manager Jason Dietrich. As for Gerfers to catch his breath and for Trotter Enright to stretch out his legs at shortstop. Dirtbags have not lost a series to Cal State Fullerton here at Blair Field since 2019. Last 2 series hosted by the Dirtbags have been won 2 games to 1. TJ Bruce in his first 15-mile rivalry series last year hosted at Goodwin Field saw his Dirtbags struggle mightily. They were able to take game 1 and then lost game 1, took night 2, lost game 3. The Dirtbags were limping towards the finish line in mid-April. They meet in a similar situation here with the Dirtbags needing to stack wins just to have a shot at the Big West Championships. Nick Miller takes strike 1. 2 outs, nobody on. The Titans' leadoff man. Second pitch chopped down the third base line and into the Dirtbags dugout.
And as you mentioned, JayDe, Dirtbags have to stack on some wins here, and they got to do it soon. They're in 10th in the Big West, 6-11, 6-4-11, and overall they have an 11-22 record. Fullerton sitting at 4th.
0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Gerfers with another off-speed knockout punch. 6th strikeout of the afternoon, and Jason Gerfers is able to right the ship in the 6th. Titans go down 1-2-3, and Long Beach State look to respond in the bottom half. It's Cal State Fullerton 4, Long Beach State 0 on 22 West Radio. Dirtbags will bring 2, 3, and 4 to the plate in the bottom of the 6th inning, still in search of their first run here in the rubber match of the 15-mile rivalry. It's Cal State Fullerton 4, Long Beach State 0. Bottom of the 6th inning. Jake Evans 1 for 2 today. Fly out in the first, a double in the third. Only extra base hit of the day for Long Beach State as he swings and misses on the first pitch from Dylan Smith, who continues to work efficiently. Just 65 pitches now on the day for the sophomore righty.
Yeah, he's been in complete control today. He's got 4 strikeouts and only 3 hits allowed as Evans swings through that one, 0-2. He's pitched as much as he can so far, and he's right on track for a complete game if he wants it.
No action for the Titans in the Jared Weaver bullpen. The 0-2 delivery from Smith. Skipped into the dirt, low and outside. Lombardi will let it go and ask for a new ball. Evans, the Long Beach native, having an improved sophomore season after stepping into the lineup late last year under TJ Bruce. Has moved himself solidly into the 2 spot, among the best hitters in the Big West as well. Chops this one over to third base. Kim Fields, and it's across the diamond in time. 5-3 for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Matt Toomey.
And even when the Dirtbags do create contact on Dylan Smith, most of it is ground balls on the inside of the diamond here, and that's what's kind of bailing out Smith when he's not striking anybody out.
Dylan Smith has been really good today, pitching for contact. Dirtbags have not been able to make him play. The infield has been spectacular for Fullerton. Now Matt Toomey steps up with nobody on and 1 out. First pitch outside corner. Right where Smith wanted it. Toomey doesn't bite. Counts 1-0.
Matt Toomey's got to take advantage of this righty-lefty matchup here. Get something going for the Dirtbags.
1-0 pitch. Catches the top of the zone. 1-1. Toomey making 3 starts at center field this weekend, replacing Trevor Goldenetz. Went 2 for 4 last night. As his batting average has ticked up through the weekend. A pair of multi-hit games against the Titans. As he sees off strike 2, counts 1-2.
Last year, Matt Toomey was 3rd on the team in hitting. Had a 278 clip. He had 3 home runs, and drove in 14 runs.
1-2 to Toomey. Fought off and to the backstop down the first base line. Toomey a fly out today, hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Only real error for Dylan Smith was trying to run up Matt Toomey after he fought off 3 straight pitches on foul balls in his last at-bat. Good to see him return. We're taking one, what looked like on the quad. Facing the 1-2 now from Smith. High leg kick. Toomey catches a barrel, and it's out to left field. Ranging back, Nick Miller makes the play.
Dylan Smith is doing such a good job with that high fastball, getting these Dirtbags to pop out in the outfield here. They're usually looking for a low breaking ball, but catches them off guard with that high fastball.
5th put out of the afternoon for Nick Miller in left field. He has been busy. Ghost Town out on the bases for the Dirtbags. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th inning. Fullerton up 4-0. Smith Chandler, first pitch swinging, chopped over second base. Lopez ranges over, makes the play across the diamond in time.
Wow.
Andrew Kirchner on a full split makes the play. Speak about the Titans infield, and they will deliver. Eli Lopez crossing second base, stabs it on the opposite side of the bag, and makes the play across the diamond. Dirtbags go down in order as we head to the 7th inning. Cal State Fullerton 4, Long Beach State 0 on 22 West Radio. Into the top of the 7th inning, new man on the mound for the Dirtbags. Jason Gerfer is relieved of his duties after 6 complete innings. Up steps the freshman lefty Jackson Baker. First pitch swinging from Paul Contreras, fielded by Enright at shortstop. And the throw bobbled by Aaron Perez. Contreras will reach. The Titans put their best hitter on base for the second consecutive at-bat. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the inning for Fullerton.
And that's the second dig that Perez missed over there at first base. But also on the other side, Enright's got to get those throws up as well.
Last one that Perez missed, 4th inning on a ground ball from Hunter Meyer, was scored E6 against Enright. We'll see how this one is scored. We're going to give the error to Enright again. So 2 errors on the day for the shortstop as Cameron Kim takes ball 1 on a fastball inside from Jackson Baker.
These are simple plays that can change the course of the game. That would have been an out number 1 and some momentum for Jackson Baker, but now he's got one on.
Kim chops one back to the mound, but it's called foul off his foot. Counts now 1-1.
So Baker's got 16 innings pitched so far this season. He's picked up a loss and no wins. He's allowed 24 hits, 18 earned runs, and 21 strikeouts.
Had a tough outing last time out on Monday against Cal Baptist as the 1-1 is skipped into Kim, low and inside. Came in relief, allowed 6 hits, 2 earned runs. 3 2/3 was able to right the ship after that rocky second inning. Strikeout 6. Dirtbags career high for him in his freshman season. The 2-1 to Kim. Ripped down the third base line, and Dylan Lena makes the play across the diamond for 2. Aaron Perez makes the catch. And it's a highlight and a half for Dylan Lena.
Dylan Lena with some hops over there in the hot corner, and he was able to get the ball across as Paul Contreras was going for a steal, so he got caught in the middle of first and second, and there was plenty of space to get that out at first. So a huge double play to give the momentum back to Jackson Baker on the mound.
Paul Contreras caught in no man's land. It's the second great play made by Dylan Lena tonight against Contreras. The third inning caught a line drive right at the face on the hot corner, that time leaping up to make the play, and then the awareness to throw down to Perez at first. Spectacular from Dylan Lena. Ty Thomas digs in now, base path clear. 2 outs, and it's high from Gerfer's, counts 1-0.
And that's the second steaming line drive to Lena that we've seen today. First one he didn't even have to move.
This one's ripped over to shortstop and right field across the diamond. The throw takes Perez off the bag. And Ty Thomas will stand up on first.
Enright just rushed that throw, wanted to get the inning over with. Had plenty of time to get the out at first, but didn't quite set his feet. And that ball sailed about 5 feet in front of first base, so Perez had to go and reach for it.
And that has sucked the life right out of Blair Field. Scored initially as a base hit for Ty Thomas, but it's the 3rd time this afternoon Enright has made Perez's life at first a tough task. Andrew Kirshner digs in now. Man on first, 2 outs for the Titans. Top of the 7th inning. Down low from Gerfers, counts 2-0. Now the scoring has been adjusted. Second error of the inning on the throw from Trotter Enright.
Now to bring the Dirtbags to the 3rd error as a squad.
All 3 on Enright's throws from short to first as Kirshner sees off ball 3. Just missed the outside corner. And after a fantastic double play from Dylan Lena, Fullerton looking for a 2-out rally. Thomas a 2-hop lead off first. Jackson Baker in his first frame of work, trying to shut down the Titans. And that's a 4-pitch walk instead. Missed low in the dirt. Just like that, Fullerton have 2 men on with 2 outs.
Jackson Baker, on paper, does have the upper hand against this Titan squad, as there's only 1 lefty for Fullerton. So the rest would be righty-lefty matchups for Jackson Baker. That last one being the only lefty in Andrew Kirshner. But he let him on, so Nico Lombardi is going to have to come up to the plate.
Lombardi already with an RBI today. Knocked in Titans' first run in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 1 for 2 today. Followed up that RBI single with a ground out in the 4th. Then was walked in the 4th inning. Did not get past first base. Steps up now with Ty Thomas on second. Andrew Kirshner on first. Both runners put on by errors from Trotter and Wright. Baker checks back to second. First pitch downhill to Lombardi. Misses low. 5th straight ball thrown by Jackson Baker. Baker sets, fires, and it's fouled into the backstop on a quick twitch swing from Lombardi. It's at the final line for Jason Gerfers. 6 complete innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, 28 batters faced, 97 pitches, and 60 strikeouts for the freshman. The 1-1 to Lombardi. Popped up, shallow right field. Evans arranges over, calls off Rolston, and makes the play. So a rocky defensive inning for the Dirtbags does not result in a run for the Titans. The fans will stretch. It's Cal State Fullerton 4, Long Beach State 0. And we will leave you here at Blair Field as Jeff Littman and his rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game is on the way.
Accompanied by Jeff Littman on our Blair Field overhead.
Always a pleasure to have Jeff Littman, his rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, roaring out around Blair Field. As we're all set for action in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5, 6, and 7 due up for Long Beach State as time is running out for a rally. Cal State Fullerton 4, Long Beach State 0. You are listening to Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, streaming live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. Dylan Smith out for his 7th inning of work, and smack up first pitch swinging. Gets it past the diving Cameron Kim at third and into left field for a stand-up single.
Smaka being aggressive right off the bat here. Went through the shift over there on the left side as Camero Kim was playing very shallow right there. Now he's got a stand-up single to start off the inning.
Breaks up a 3-inning stretch for Dylan Smith where he did not allow a base runner and set down the Dirtbags 1-2-3. Smacka, the man who started that 3-inning stretch with a flyout, able to get his revenge and his first hit of the afternoon to bring up Dylan Lena, the man on first and nobody out for Long Beach State. Slider misses low and outside. Lena takes ball 1.
Dylan Lena's in a good spot here. Big hitter. Trying to get this runner into scoring position, and Caden Smacka.
Smacka with a 2-hop lead off first. Another slider, this time high and on the outside corner. Counts 1-1. Dirtbags gave up 2 runs to Fullerton in the top of the 2nd inning, and then a run each in the 4th and 5th. Able to finally blank Fullerton in the 6th. As Lena flies this one out to short right field, Contreras on his horse makes the play, and Smacka will hustle on back to first. Second flyout of the afternoon for Dylan Lena after he was able to get on base his first time up to the plate. A long and solemn trot back for the senior. Aaron Perez hoping to change in his walk-up song. Can break up an 0-for-2 day. 1 out now, man on first. The Dirtbags' first baseman. Had a rough top half of the inning. 2 throwing errors from Trotter Enright put Perez in a difficult situation with 2 outs, unable to make the play both times. Hoping to get his offensive rhythm back here. Takes one outside for ball 1, and second offering is chopped over to Lopez at second. He gets the double play. O'Hara covers second base, and the throw across the diamond for Kirshner is in time. And just like that, the Dirtbags go down 1-2-3 again. Into the top of the 8th inning. Fullerton 4, Long Beach State 0 on 22 West Radio. Top of the 8th inning, and the Dirtbags turn to the bullpen again, and Jackson Baker relieved of his duties after a scoreless frame. Joey Iglesias, the left-hander, stepping up to the mound to face 7, 8, and 9 in the Titans order.
Joey Iglesias is pitching with a 4.58 ERA in 19 innings pitched. He's got 20 hits under his belt, 10 walks, and 19 strikeouts.
Had a really solid performance against Cal Baptist in the later innings when the Dirtbags were able to stifle the Lancers. 2 strikeouts, only 16 pitches thrown. He was lights out. Set the final line for Jackson Baker as well as Kate O'Hara takes ball 1 down and away. Iglesias sets and whips around. Another pitch that misses low. Counts 2-0. Baker threw 1 inning. No hits, no runs. Issued just 1 walk. Faced 5 batters. And threw 14 pitches and 6 strikes. Iglesias on the season. 4.58 ERA. And third pitch into O'Hara. Does not catch the zone. 3 straight balls to start off Joey Iglesias' afternoon in the 8th inning. Iglesias has not allowed a run since the Hawaii series. His last 5 appearances have all resulted in no score for the opposition, but it's a 4-pitch walk to Kate O'Hara. That may mark a rough afternoon for Joey Iglesias. Titans put 1 man on and bring up Hunter Meyer.
That'll be Iglesias' 11th walk on the season. He's only pitched 19 innings and has walked that many, so there's a lot of strikeouts and walk turnover rate, as he does have 19 strikeouts as well.
Iglesias, the senior lefty, senior righty that is, with a whipping delivery. Second-year Dirtbag out of Santa Ana College, where he spent his first 2 seasons, as Meyer squared around to bunt, pulled it back, and ended up taking a strike. Counts 0-1, the Titans center fielder.
And last year as a junior, Iglesias pitched in 15 games out of the bullpen. 15 innings of work, struck out 7 and walked 9.
The 0-1 from Iglesias. This is low. As Meyer squared around again, and a little grimace from Joey Iglesias as he missed the zone. Another pitcher who adjusted his arm slot in the offseason, making sure that he was showing less of his pitch grip on that carry before the release, making it more behind his own head and less out to the side. As he misses the zone again, Meyer squared around to bunt, but did not pull it back. Called strike 2.
Should be looking for something outside the zone here, try to get Myers to chase.
The 1-2 to Meyer. Runner goes from first. Dropped third strike as Connor Stewart cannot handle it. Going to say Meyer caught a piece though, and center fielder stays alive.
That's a good pitch from Iglesias right there, trying to keep it high and outside the zone there. Just enough for Meyer to bite.
Hunter Meyer, the freshman, 0 for 2 today. Reached on a Trotter Enright error in the 4th inning. Aside from that, a pair of flyouts into the outfield. Facing the 1-2 a second time, and this one is pulled off home plate. Stewart has to get up out of the squat. And the count's now 2-2. Iglesias a throw down to first, keeping O'Hara honest. As the 2 sets of opposing fans try to out-cheer each other here at Blair Field.
Big part of this rivalry is out-cheering each other on both ends, especially in heated moments like this.
The Bags looking for their first run of the ball game And they get a chance to get up to bat in the bottom of the 8th. They need to blank the Titans here. And leading the chance in the crowd so far this afternoon has been Sean Menser, the Long Beach State Club Hockey Associate Captain. Another pickoff attempt from Iglesias. Yet to deliver the 2-2 to Hunter Meyer. And O'Hara over on first has not attempted a stolen base this season.
The third pickoff attempt for Iglesias in just this at-bat. Seems that he's having trouble communicating with the catcher here.
The 2-2 at long last, fouled back and out of play.
This would be a huge out if he can get it. With a runner on and no outs, Iglesias really has to hone in that momentum if he wants a chance to finish this inning strong.
7th pitch of the at-bat. Iglesias with the 4th pickoff attempt before he can get there. And perhaps the case for Joey Iglesias with his back turned to first base, worrying more about the runner than the man at the plate. Another pickoff attempt from Iglesias.
Iglesias is trying to give himself some time to find the right headspace for this 2-2 pitch, as he knows how important this out will be for the rest of the inning.
The 2-2 pitch. Outside, count is full. Meyer working a long at-bat against Joey Iglesias. Kate O'Hara out on first, a 4-pitch leadoff walk. Now the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming. Runner goes from first. Stewart pulls back the throw as it was low, and it's back-to-back walks issued by Joey Iglesias. Titans with runners on first and second. Nobody out, top of the 8th.
Dirtbags were hoping for a better start for Iglesias, especially with these bullpen pitchers. I know TJ Bruce likes to limit them to 4 to 5 batters per inning if it gets out of hand. Some action in the bullpen as well. Joey Iglesias is still looking for his first out here with Eli Lopez at the plate.
Lopez today 1 for 3 with a single, a line out, and then a fly out. TJ Bruce, perhaps some steam coming out of his ears in the dugout, as it's 2 walks, giving the Titans a chance to blow this game wide open in the top of the 8th inning. Already ahead 4 runs to none. No outs, men on first and second. Eli Lopez squares around to bunt. Perez crashes from first, but Iglesias once again cannot find the plate. Pulls it low and outside to the right-hander. Counts 1-0.
Eli Lopez is in a huge spot here as well. If he can get a hit and score some runs, that'll crack this game open and basically put this game out of reach for Long Beach.
The 1-0 to Lopez, squares around again, pulls it back again. This pitch catches the zone. Counts 1-1.
Connor Stewart's making sure that he gets the correct sign after each pitch now. Trying to relay that to Joey Iglesias on the mound.
A lot of communication from the dugout during this inning. As Iglesias delivers the 1-1, Stewart drops it, and the runners advance to second and third. So successful double steal and no play made behind the plate.
Now this is a really dangerous spot for Joey Iglesias because you load the bases and then you got the top of the lineup coming up here. And regardless, a base hit could score 2 runs now, as both Runners are in scoring position.
Infield all shaded in. Toes on the infield grass. 2-1 to Lopez. Bunt down the first base line. Perez makes the play, scoops it back to first for 1, but 2 runs will score as O'Hara and Meyer advance from second and third. A successful sacrifice bunt scores 2 runs as the Dirtbags decide to make the play at first. 1 out now, bases empty for the Titans, and a 6-run lead in the 15-mile rivalry.
And Jake Evans made a huge mistake right there on first base. Did not account for the other runner behind him going around third, so he had time to make a throw to home, but just held on to the ball, and now the Titans are up 6-0.
Top of the lineup due up now, and Nick Miller takes one in the dirt. 4-1. This game has gotten away from Long Beach State in a flash. 2 runs in the top of the 8th inning. No offense in the bottom half of frames today for Long Beach State. Only 4 hits to Fullerton's 5, but it has been the situational baseball that has gotten the Titans to 6 runs. As Iglesias, at long last, is able to find the strike zone. Counts 1-1 to Nick Miller.
Talking about situational baseball, JayDe, it's interesting to see that the Titans have not played overly well on the offensive end. It's more about the mistakes that the Dirtbags have made, as this one's in for a strike 1 and 2. And also the situations where they don't leave runners stranded. The Dirtbags have done just the opposite and have gone quiet on the offensive end.
Iglesias looking for the second out of the inning. The 1-2 to Miller. At the knees. Counts 2-2. After this weekend series, Fullerton can continue to turn their attention further on to the Big West schedule. Hosting San Diego. Then a 3-game series up in Corvallis against Oregon State. They will host USC on April 21st, and then travel to UC Santa Barbara for what could prove to be a pivotal series in Big West Conference play. As Miller takes ball 3, count now full. Payoff pitch, misses the zone outside. And it's a 6-pitch walk to Nick Miller.
Let's see what TJ Bruce is going to do here. And there's going to be a call to the bullpen. So that'll do it for Joey Iglesias here. 1/3 innings pitched so far with 1 out. 2 earned runs and 3 walks.
Not the outing TJ Bruce was looking for out of Joey Iglesias. Abe Alvarez out of the dugout makes the sign for a pitching change. And the runner on first, Nick Miller, will be Joey Iglesias' responsibility. We'll introduce the new arm here in the top of the 8th inning on the other side of the break. It's Cal State Fullerton 6, Long Beach State 0 on 22 West Radio. New man on the mound for Long Beach State, Tyler Gebb, stepping out to try and put an end to the 8th inning. Fullerton have already plated 2 in the frame, and Nick Miller, the man on first, the responsibility of Joey Iglesias, who had a rough outing, unable to record a true out, a pair of walks, a double steal, a sacrifice bunt scored both runners, and then the 3rd walk of the inning to put Nick Miller on first. Paul Contreras digging in now against Tyler Gebb. First pitch seen off for strike 1. Gebb appearing last weekend twice at CSUN, pitching a total of 2 innings. Second pitch to Contreras, high and outside, counts 1-1. 1 out to work with in the inning for Gebb. He needs the next 2, and he needs them without any more runs, as the Dirtbags are in a 6-run hole and in real danger of dropping the 15-mile rivalry series to Cal State Fullerton. Gebb steps off to call time.
He's got a runner on first right now as well. He's only working with 1 out. But on the season, he's throwing with a 3.5 ERA. He's got 1 win, 18 innings pitched.
Runner goes from first. Stewart out of the squat. The throw to second. In time. Trotter Enright picks it up to catch Nick Miller running. And there's the 2nd out of the inning for the Dirtbags.
Nick Miller just didn't get a good enough jump on that one, so that's going to be his 4th time caught stealing this season. He's only successfully stolen 1 bag.
That'll clear the base pass for the Dirtbags. The 2-1 pitch to Contreras, lined out over to Evans at second. 2 hops and a throw to first. And Tyler Gebb gets out of the inning on only 4 pitches. Bottom of the 8th inning coming up on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State trails Cal State Fullerton 6-0 in a 15-mile rivalry. You are listening to Long Beach State Dirtbags on 22 West Radio, streaming live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. Bottom of the 8th inning, Dirtbags down to their final 6 outs, and they need 6 runs. 8, 9, and 1 due up. In the frame, Connor Stewart digging in first, and a defensive change to note for Fullerton. Out in center field, Cam Burdick replacing the freshman Hunter Meyer. First pitch swinging from Stewart, fouled on a line drive down the third base line.
And as we mentioned before, JayDe, Dylan Smith has had a heck of a game. He's just around 80 total pitches now. And we're in the 8th, so he's right on track for the full game that we've been talking about. This one's fouled back for an 0-2 count. Just to take you through the stat line today for Dylan Smith. He's had 4 strikeouts and only 4 hits allowed through 7 innings.
And if he does go the full 9 today, it will be the second complete game of the season, the second complete game in 3 weeks for this Titans pitching staff. As Stewart, after fouling off 2 pitches, takes one in the dirt, counts 1-2. It was the ace of this Titans pitching staff, Micah DeGreet, at Hawaii on March 27th, who win a complete 9. As Stewart rips the 1-2 over to shortstop, O'Hara fields across the diamond in time. Kirshner makes the play at first.
And Smith has been so good at having these Dirtbags players ground out to the infield. He's got that high fastball that catches them off guard, that outside slider, and then that low curveball that results in many ground balls.
9th ground out of the day for Long Beach State. It'll bring up Justin Rolston, who was 0 for 2 in the 9 spot. Struck out on 3 pitches in the 5th inning, last time up. And he takes ball 1 down and away. Dylan Smith has worked 3 up, 3 down innings over the last 4 frames as Rolston takes ball 2. Allowed a base runner in the 7th. And his infield able to turn a 4-6-3 double play to get Caden Smacka at second, then Aaron Perez at first. So a very satisfying scorecard for Dylan Smith as he catches the zone on a slider, counts 2-1.
And Rolston still looking for his first hit here. He's going to be looking at a outside pitch most likely.
Not only the first hit of the game, the first hit of the season for Justin Rolston. Now for 0 for 10 in his at-bats this year, and it's a high chopper right in front of the mound, fielded by Smith, and he throws down to first in time.
It's a nice throw from the pitcher there, coming all the way up in front of the plate on that high bouncer, and then a liner straight over to first for the second out of the inning.
It should come at no surprise that Dylan Smith is certainly the favorite to close out this game. 88 pitches now. Over the last 4 innings, a 6-pitch 4th, an 11-pitch 5th, a 10-pitch 6th, and a 6-pitch 7th inning. Now facing Trotter Enright, Dirtbag's leadoff man. Sitting at 9 pitches now in the 8th inning.
This is the best hope to start things off for the Dirtbags with top of the lineup, although they only have 1 out to work with.
Enright took strike 1, then saw off a ball down and away. Counts 1-1.
Trotter Enright is leading the Dirtbags in at-bats. Came into this game with 127, and also in walks, he has 17.
1-1 from Enright. Seen off for ball 2. Next weekend, a big series coming for Long Beach State as they host UC Riverside, the Big West's bottom team here at Blair Field. And it's a 5-game homestand for Long Beach State as Enright sees off a high pitch. That's ball 3. USC, a top 10 team in the nation still this week, will grace Blair Field on Tuesday. San Diego State make the trip up on Wednesday. Long Beach dropping games at USC and at San Diego State earlier on in this season. 3-1 pitch to Enright, misses low. And only the 6th walk of the season issued by Dylan Smith.
Like I said, JayDe, Trotter Enright leads the Dirtbags in walks. He's a very patient hitter. That's why he is the leadoff man, because it's almost a guaranteed person at first for that first at-bat of the game. And in this inning, he was very patient on a Dylan Smith slider on the outside. So now the Dirtbags have their first man on this inning, and that'll be Jake Evans stepping up to the plate with Trotter Enright on first.
And even Achilles has his heel. Smith issued 1 walk against UC Riverside. Before that, in his previous 3 appearances, no walks allowed at Hawaii against CSUN and against UC Irvine. And a meeting between the battery as Nico Lombardi just wants to make sure Superman has not found his kryptonite yet. 93 pitches now for Dylan Smith. The Dirtbags put a man on first with 2 outs. In the bottom of the 8th inning, Jake Evans up now. 1 for 3 today.
Jake Evans is hitting .360 on the season so far, trying to accomplish mission impossible, down by 6 runs.
Smith with a nod. Evans ropes this one out to right field. Contreras takes a few steps to his left and makes the play. So Dylan Smith remains invincible. 94 pitches, 8 complete innings. And the Dirtbags go down, and they'll be down to their last 3 outs. We move to the top of the 9th. It's Fullerton 6, Long Beach State 0 on 22 West Radio. Tyler Gabb still out on the mound for the Dirtbags, trying to give Long Beach State a chance to make a comeback in the bottom of the 9th inning. He'll have to work through 3, 4, and 5 in the Fullerton order to get there. First, Cameron Kim takes strike 1. Set the final line for Joey Iglesias. Just a third of an inning pitched. No hits, 2 runs allowed, 3 walks, no strikeouts, 22 pitches, 8 of them strikes. As Gabb misses the zone, counts 1-1 to Cameron Kim. One delivery. Slides just outside the zone. Counts 2-1.
Cameron Kim's 0 for 4 today. He lined into a double play in the 7th inning. And he struck out twice this game.
2-1 pitch, catches the zone. Counts 2-2. Cameron Kim with that rope over to Dylan Lena in his last at-bat. That caught Paul Contreras on the base paths. Big play that could have galvanized this crowd as Tyler Gabb pulls the string and strikes out Cameron Kim. Instead, Fullerton responded in the 8th inning with 2 runs. It's been a consistent offensive night for Cal State Fullerton as the crowd here at Blair Field has dissipated. Dirtbags down by 6. Tyler Gabb picking up his first strikeout of the night. As it's 1 down and nobody out. Top of the 9th inning. Ty Thomas, first pitch swinging over and right at shortstop. He tried to snow cone catch it, and it's out of his glove. Thomas still on the run as the ball is down the left field line. It's a stand-up double for Ty Thomas. Trotter Enright's tough afternoon continues.
Trotter Enright just jumped a little bit too late on that ball. Try to catch it on the outside of his glove there, but like you said, JayDe, it was a little bit of a snow cone there. It went off his glove just an inch further, and he would have caught that ball.
It's a stand-up double for now as Trotter Enright has to collect his hat and glasses and his wits. Already 3 throwing errors against Trotter Enright tonight, as Ty Thomas is replaced by a pinch runner. Relieved of his duties on second, Andrew Kirshner steps up with a runner in scoring position and only 1 out. First pitch to Kirshner, down in the dirt, and Stewart gets his body behind it. Counts 1-0. Kirshner trying to reach base for the 5th time this afternoon. He's been walked 3 times and had a double to kick off the 4th inning. Came around to score Fullerton's only run of the frame. Second pitch swinging, chopped off the end of the bat. And a slow roller into the backstop down the first base line.
Kirshner's a very patient hitter, as you mentioned, JayDe, with 3 walks tonight so far. Especially with Gerfers out there, kind of losing control at moments. Kirshner was patient enough to wait for his walks.
Breaking ball from Gebb, misses outside, counts 2-1. Over on second, the pinch runner, Esteban Olzabata. Takes a 2-hop lead, held on by Trotter Enright. 2-1 down to Kirshner. Misses low and outside, counts 3-1.
Tyler Gebb's got a good curveball. Kind of starts off really slow and almost speeds up towards the end as it's breaking.
3-1 pitch to Kirshner, in for a strike.
And Gebb is so good at making his delivery look the same each time. Whether it's a fastball or an off-speed, the release point looks the same to the batter.
So Kirshner works a full count. Gebb delivers, and it's popped out of the hand, a breaking ball that never broke. And Tyler Gebb punches his glove as Andrew Kirshner will take a trot down to first base. 4th time Andrew Kirshner has been walked this afternoon. There is action in the Dirtbags bullpen. Tyler Gebb now with runners on first and second and only 1 out. Dirtbags will need at least 6 in the bottom of the 9th inning, as Fullerton have had all the offense here at Blair Field. Action over there in the Jeff Weaver bullpen as well. As Nico Lombardi takes a first pitch strike from Tyler Gebb. Fullerton warming up at least 3 arms, as Dylan Smith has worked through 8 complete innings, already a career high. The 0-1 to Lombardi. Flight up down the third base line. Lena ranges over and makes the catch.
Much needed out for the Dirtbags there. Now they got 2. There's still 2 runners on, 1 at first and second.
Shortstop number 50, Kate O'Hara.
That'll bring up Kate O'Hara. He had a walk in the 8th inning, struck out in the 5th, and then a sacrifice fly in the 4th to pick up a run for the Titans, and a ground out in the 2nd.
First pitch to O'Hara, big swing and a miss.
That's the curveball that Gebb has to keep working with if he wants to end this inning.
Esteban Olazaba still over on second, the pinch runner, replacing Ty Thomas, who was able to get a stand-up double off the glove of Trotter Renwright and into left field. Officially scored a double. As Gebb sets at the belt for the 1-1, or the 0-1. And it breaks in for strike two.
Well, Olazaba hasn't attempted to steal a bag this season. Not needed in this inning as well, as the Titans are up 6-0.
The 0-2 to O'Hara, chopped foul down the third base line. Runners ready to move as Andrew Kirshner is on first. Walked on 6 pitches. O'Hara will face down the 0-2 a second time. Gebb fires and it's skipped in to Stewart. Counts 1-2. Tyler Gebb just wants to get out of the inning. Needs only 1 strike to do it. The 1-2 pitch. Lined out into left field. Smith Chandler, a few steps in from the wall, makes the catch and sends us to the bottom of the 9th inning. Long Beach needs 6, and only have 3 outs to do it. Back for the bottom of the 9th inning, it's Fullerton 6, Long Beach State 0 on 22 West Radio. Bottom of the 9th inning, Dirtbags need a rally, and the Titans have made a call to the bullpen. Final line for Dylan Smith. 8 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 29 batters faced, 10 forced groundouts, 95 pitches, 65 strikes, a bevy of career highs. But he will not be the one to close out this ball game. That belongs to Joseph Jasso, who pitched the 9th inning on Friday night. Went 1 full inning, allowed just 1 hit, had 3 strikeouts, 18 pitches, 12 of them strikes. 3, 4, and 5 due up for Long Beach State. Matt Toomey, the first man digging in. And Jasso misses the zone low. Ball 1.
Jasso's only pitched 14 innings so far this season with 4 earned runs, 9 hits, and 20 strikeouts.
Second pitch, Toomey flies it up down the left field line and foul. A few Titans give chase, and it's O'Hara over into foul territory, calling off Cameron Kim for the first out. Dirtbags down to their final 2.
Jasso's been lights out all season. He's pitching with a 2.57 ERA, only 7 walks and 9 hits.
Dylan Smith also only issuing 1 walk today, his 6th of the season, still far and away the best in the Big West. Smith Chandler digging in now. 0 for 3 today. And he sees off strike 1. A strikeout and a pair of groundouts for Smith Chandler today, as the sun peeks out from behind the clouds to illuminate the infield and the outfield.
Smith Chandler has the 2nd highest batting average on this dirtbag squad. Hasn't showed it today though. 0 for 3.
The 1-1 pitch breaks into the zone for strike 2. And for all the fireworks last night, the Dirtbags' wild walk-off win, the bats have gone quiet today. Just 4 hits for the Dirtbags. They've only had 1 man on second today. Now the 1-2 from Chandler. Got him on a half swing.
That is an impressive pitch right there. That curve just on the outside. He was going back and forth between that fastball and that off speed. And got him right on the outside corner right there on a check swing.
Beautiful pitch from Joseph Jasso. The Dirtbags are down to their final out. Staring down their 2nd straight shutout loss of the weekend. Caden Smacka, last night's hero, could be the last man up for Long Beach State this afternoon as he sees off ball 1.
Smacka singled to shallow left field in the 7th inning. Other than that, he hasn't reached.
1-0 pitch jams him up inside, counts 1-1. And the focus for Fullerton this season coming in was solidifying their pitching, trying to avenge last year's loss to Hawaii in the Big West Championships. That pitching has been on full display today. As Smacka takes ball 2 outside. Dylan Smith, widely regarded as one of the most talented arms on the Titans pitching staff, throwing 8 complete innings. Jasso 2 strikes away from finishing the job. 2-1 delivery, dead center. Dirtbags down to their final strike.
It's the Titans' ability to back up their defense and their excellent pitching with the offense. 6 runs today.
As the traveling Fullerton contingent rises to their feet in applause, Smacka will live to see at least 1 more pitch as he fouls it off the bottom of the barrel and into the backstop.
Joseph Jasso has been in command this entire 9th inning. You can tell he wanted to come out here at all high energy as soon as he stepped onto the mound.
2-2 pitch, high and outside. Smacka will face full count. Full count to Smacka. Lined out over the shortstop, Kate O'Hara, and into center field. The Dirtbags not done yet. Stand-up single for Caden Smacka, his 2nd of the afternoon. And it's a small dent into a big Titans lead. Fullerton still ahead 6-0. But the Dirtbags put a man on first and bring up the RBI leader, Dylan Lena. Today is 1 for 3.
Smacka not going down without a fight today. He's had 2 singles off that last one. From today and yesterday, you can tell that Smacka's definitely improved. He's been consistent throughout this entire series. Now Dylan Lean is going to take a crack at it with only 1 out to work with.
Dirtbags still down to their final out. First pitch from Jasso, flied out into left field. No doubt about that one. It's gone from Dylan Lena. 8th home run of the year for the senior. And the sun comes shining through at Blair Field. Dirtbags with a glimmer of hope in the bottom of the 9th. Trailing by 4 runs, the base paths now empty. Aaron Perez steps up. Fullerton 6, Long Beach State 2.
Dylan Lena, are you kidding me? A no-doubter on the left side as the first pitch is taken for a ball, 1-0. He was aggressive all over that pitch. We've been saying it all season. Dylan Lena is always aggressive on the first pitch, no matter the situation of the ball game, and he took that one yard.
Perez fouls this one back, count now 1-1. On the day, Dirtbags first baseman, 0 for 3. A fly out, ground out, and then into a double play in the 7th. Swing and a miss from Perez. Dirtbags down to the last strike. Once again, Titans contingent seated for now. Count 1-2 to Aaron Perez. Jasso sets, fires, and it's fouled off down the first base line and off the fence of the Titans dugout.
Aaron Perez trying to keep these Dirtbags alive here. Dylan Lena striking some hope into the dugout of the Dirtbags over there.
Up to Aaron Perez now. The 1-2 pitch. Lined out down the right field line. That one had home run velocity, but it's pulled well foul.
Yeah, Perez was all over that inside pitch. He waited for it as it was a breaking ball, and he just pulled it a little bit too much power to have it out of play. Definitely potential for a deep ball there.
Perez 0 for his last 6 trips to the plate. The 1-2 again, lined out into right field. Contreras a few steps back, and the Titans take over at Blair Field is complete. The Dirtbags avoid the shutout, but fall on Sunday afternoon to the Titans. Final score, Fullerton 6, Long Beach State 2.
The Dirtbags were quiet on the bats today all game long, but credit to the Fullerton pitching staff. They got it done today. Long Beach could not respond except for this last inning on a Dylan Lena home run. But too little, too late, JayDe.
Said it best there, Alex. Too little, too late from the Dirtbags. They leave it down to their final out, down to their final strike. And Fullerton able to ride 8 complete innings from Dylan Smith into the 9th. A little hairy from Joseph Jasso, but a big enough cushion from the Titans offense to make it all the more comfortable in the end. For the first time since 2019, Fullerton will walk out of the weekend in Long Beach with 2 wins.
Long Beach needs to get a couple of wins here in the next few series as they are 10th overall in the Big West. They need to get back in that win column if they want a chance at the playoffs.
Jason Gerfers will take the loss, having pitched 6 complete innings, giving up 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts on 97 pitches. Dylan Smith picks up the win. 95 pitches, a career high 8 innings, and the offense really comes from everywhere in the Fullerton batting order. They take advantage of the free passes, they work their way around the base paths well, and they continue their ascension up the Big West standings. Titans continue their push for the Big West Championships, and the Beach are still looking up at 9 teams above them. Big series coming next week to Blair Field as UC Riverside and Long Beach State will battle to get off the bottom of the Big West together. Alex, final thoughts here from Blair Field.
Just a quiet game for Long Beach on the offensive end. There's a lot of stuff that TJ Bruce talked to us about a few times while asking him questions, and all he says is that this team has not been consistent with the rotation. There's been a lot of different combinations with different players and different lineups, but ultimately nothing seems to be working. So we'll see what TJ Bruce comes up with in the next matchup, and hopefully Long Beach can secure a win.
2 midweek marathons on tap here on 22 West Radio. 6:05 p.m. on Tuesday, USC comes to Blair Field. And then on Wednesday, San Diego State will round out a double game week in the midweek. Then it's UC Riverside across the weekend, and in the Pyramid, senior night for men's volleyball, and then a trip to UC Irvine for myself and Bruce Kuntz. We'll have it all for you on 22 West Radio, and we thank you for joining us today. Final score, Fullerton 6, Long Beach State 2, and the Titans take the weekend. This has been a presentation of Long Beach State Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, streaming live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. I've been JayDe Beaudry, for Alex Prado next to me, and for Saya Youngblood back in the studio. Thank you for tuning in today, and we'll catch you next time live in Long Beach on 22 West Radio.